I've not been dyeing my hair either. It's not happening.
It just went blonde all by itself.
No, it was.
There's a lot of sun in England at the moment.
No, it was spot cream. If you got to know.
What, your hair's got acne?
No, the zits were on my forehead and it bleached my hair. Look, I've not had my teeth white.
Does that sound even remotely plausible to you?
If you haven't seen that yet, we drove across Botswana. The producer set us the task of driving across it to prove to the people of Surrey, which is a rather boring place in England, where there's no weather or rain, who all buy 4x4s, to prove to them that you don't need a 4x4 to go to school or a wine bar. We decided to drive across Botswana in two-wheel drive cars. And mine was called Oliver, and he was bloody magnificent, thank you, mate. I may have named him. I shipped him home to the UK.
We don't have a big bonfire with it.
Shit, no! It's actually in a warehouse where you can't.
No, it was for those of you who haven't seen it, it was an extraordinary trip. We went all the way from the Zimbabwe border all the way to Namibia, right across, starting across the Makadi and then across the Kalahari and then through the Okavango. In these cars, I mean, I had a Lancia which came from Joburg actually.
Yeah, that was a good choice.
It wasn't
Oh, wait for the show, wait for the show.
It was a terrible choice.
Yeah, it was.
I have at home on my desk the headlamp from it.
Because that's all that's
the only thing that was still working when we finished. But no, the show that we're doing, we should say, is entirely new. There's nothing lifted from last year. And there are one or two things which are brilliant in it. We're going for a world record of doing a handbrake turn into the smallest parking space, which is just 17 centimetres longer than the car itself.
So that can only go well.
So that will go well. We'll give it a try first.
Yeah.
What else are we doing? We're going to race half cars. This is something we tried in England. It works really well. You saw a car in half, and then just leave the back somewhere else, and then it's cheap motor racing. They're not very. They don't handle very well, I'll admit, but it's good fun. Neither of you have done that before.
No. Never raced a half car.
A half a car. That's really good. What else have we got?
What about the track?
In terms of spectacle, we've got bullfighting with cars, which I've never seen, and you've got this ballroom dancing. Strictly ballroom. You have all that.
Strictly come dancing.
Strictly people who once sold a dog to someone who lives next door to someone on the soap opera falling over it.
And they
great celebrities.
We thought watching them, some newsreader dance around a bit is one thing. Wouldn't it be better if you did it in cars?
So we're going to give that a bash.
That'll only go well.
We do have a mantra on Top Gear which is ambitious but shit.
Yeah, we do.
So everything here is the same thing. No, we can do ballroom dancing with cars, which is of course very ambitious, and the result will probably be shit. But we'll give that a bash. We also tried to design, the Fiat 500 is arriving here, I think, in July. And people think that's a small car, but it's not as small as some things we've thought of. So we're having a race between three cars that we've designed which are really small. I mean, this small, which will be good.
And any sexy cars in the show?
Yeah.
Such
Is that
well, funny enough, I know the answer.
I do know. Not a calling set.
Centre's written down here.
Which is somewhere else. No, I know we've got the Alfa Romeo 8C, which is a car that I've been trying to get Alfa Romeo to lend to us on Top Gear now for 6 months. And they've refused. I think it's because we beat them in the war. You're Italian, aren't you? We beat you in the war.
Well, you beat us in the war. But
interestingly, however, they've actually shipped one over here, which is, I cannot wait to see it. It's the car I've been most looking forward to driving for the last year.
Stop banging on about it.
Listen, one up. I've been in the car now, and thank you. It's
I've never seen one. I mean, Alan just will not lend us one on Top Gear. So here we are at MPH.
And he likes it a lot. Not to put too fine a point on it, having said the words Alpha AC, I bet you can't even stand up.
No, I can't. I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a particularly funny one, that one, because Richard has no recollection at all. I'm not joking, his brain damage was so severe last year that he cannot remember being here. We've just been watching clips upstairs of various aspects of it. He's going, whoa, was that me? It was brilliant.
Yeah, but you told me I wore a dress the whole time.
You did.
So
and the waiter downstairs called Clive.
Yeah.
You wonder why he was looking at you in that funny way.
We don't want to go there.
So it went well.
We do want to go there. Yeah, he got buggered by a waiter called Clive last year.
He also gave us a scare when his ears started to bleed on Sunday afternoon. Bearing in mind we were concerned we had a man with brain damage.
Yes,
what happened next, Richard?
My eardrum burst, you bastard. It was your fault.
No, we had it, honestly, I loved it because I remember everything, which is why we decided to come back.
Yeah.
He doesn't know whether he loved it or not. I told him he did.
So I came back.
And it was absolutely fantastic. I don't know, I sort of enjoy doing it here almost more than I enjoy doing it in England.
But obviously it won't go on British YouTube, you saying that, will it?
Oh,
I used the word almost, if you listen carefully.
So they've sold a lot more tickets so far. I think you're almost 50% up. You're nearly sold out, but you're not yet sold out.
No, there are 1 or 2 seats left.
1 or 2,000.
1 or 2,000 seats left.
6,000 still to sell.
6,000. Yeah.
You're not supposed to say that.
Still, I know.
You told
Okay.
us not to say that.